Welcome to my channel and my video. Autumn is approaching and that means the return of pumpkin spice. I decided for this video I'm going to try all the pumpkin spice flavoured things I can find from the high street just to let you know what I think of them. I'm going to begin with Greggs and their pumpkin spice donut. This was actually suggested to me to try and I thought, sure. It's got an odd smell. It looks sweet. It smells sort of sweet. There's a cinnamon undertone to it as well. I'm going to slice it in half while Editing Kaz gives you a description. A pillowy soft donut with a spiced pumpkin flavour filling, topped with icing and a sugar pearl decoration. This is how it looks, and honestly, if that was caramel, wow, but it's not. It will be a pumpkin spice filling, but you can see it's a light fluffy donut. The icing is a bit sticky. That filling is soft and quite runny, so let's take a bite. This is delicious. The pumpkin flavour is there, but very subtle. It mostly tastes almost like a cinnamon type of donut. You've got the crunch on the top, the soft donut, that lovely filling, all those textures. It works really well. Love it. Recommend it. I'd say this next item is new back at Greggs rather than new into Greggs. I certainly remember having it a few years ago and it was insanely delicious then. It's their toffee muffin. I'll cut it in half so you can see the inside. A wonderfully spongy toffee flavour muffin with toffee pieces, topped with toffee flavour frosting and a vanilla fudge piece. The sponge is airy and light, but the muffin has some weight to it. Does have a big chunk of fudge on the top, right enough. So you can see the toffee filling. That fudge chunk adds sweetness. It's not a super sweet tasting muffin. It's got that lovely dark toffee taste to it. It's absolutely delicious. The bake is perfect. Decent size. Yeah. I wish I'd bought 2 or more. Really good. So, the new coffees from Greggs, pumpkin spice and caramel mocha. Let's try the pumpkin spice first. It doesn't have a strong pumpkin spice flavour. It's nice, but if you want a pumpkin spice latte, I think you would be disappointed. Let's try the caramel mocha. Which of the two is the one I'm more looking forward to? Wow. That's quite synthetic caramel. The chocolate flavour is there, but I'm actually disappointed. I've given them a good stir. I just feel the flavours aren't quite right. Stick with the donut and the muffin. I couldn't possibly do a video on pumpkin spice flavoured things without coming to the home of the original pumpkin spice latte, and that, of course, is Starbucks. So let's see what I have ordered. This is new. It's the pumpkin spice caramel macchiato. Can't lie, not sure how those flavours will work. Then the classic pumpkin spice latte. Toffee apple muffin. Yes, it's not pumpkin spice, but who cares? And the pumpkin spice marble loaf cake. I definitely should have brought my phone stand for this one. Sorry, I'm having to hold my phone in one hand. Let's try this. The cake is a bit on the dry side, but the flavour is lovely. It's got that beautiful warming cinnamon, and you do get the pumpkin flavour. Let's just try some with the icing. And all those pumpkin seeds. I'll be honest, not a fan of the seeds. The seeds add a crunch and texture more than a taste. That frosting is beautiful, sweet pumpkin spice flavour, not overwhelming. I do really like it. Now I'm going to try the pumpkin spice latte and hopefully not spill it everywhere or get cream on my face. You cannot beat this. The cream on top just makes it extra creamy. It's rich, it's delicious, it's got that beautiful classic pumpkin spice flavour. I'll be honest, I avoided pumpkin spice for ages because I was certain I wouldn't like it. And I actually really do, so I would recommend trying one from Starbucks if you don't try it from anywhere else. Let's try the caramel pumpkin spice macchiato, which is going to be really, really hard not to spill. Okay, it does taste different to the pumpkin spice latte. You've still got that same base pumpkin spice flavour, but the latte is creamier. The caramel macchiato is more bitter, despite the fact there's caramel in there that would add the sweetness. I think that may have sunk to the bottom. The original is my favourite, but I do actually like the caramel macchiato with the pumpkin spice in. Or as Starbucks call it, pumpkin spice caramel macchiato. After stirring up the drink, the caramel becomes much more prominent, and I would say it's harder to taste the pumpkin spice flavour in it. But I don't think I'm going to revise my original opinion. But still good. I'm going to cut this in half. Toffee apple muffin. They spilt wisps wrong. A little sad that it's not filled, I'll be honest. Also, having tried both coffees now a fair bit, I actually prefer the pumpkin spice caramel macchiato. I think it's just a more interesting flavour. It's muffin time. It's dry. Not super dry, but drier than I would like my muffin to be. And quite sweet on the top. Let's try the icing. The icing is amazing, and I can taste pieces of apple in there, which is great. I just think the muffin should have something like that through it to add more taste. That bite I just took there tasted like a plain vanilla muffin. That's disappointing. So I would say Starbucks. Cannot fault you on the drinks, but the food, yeah, room for improvement. The new honeycomb latte at McDonald's. We've come for breakfast. Unfortunately, half the stuff we wanted to try is not on the menu, so I'm just going for the coffee since I'm here. It looks to have honeycomb on the top, and it's got a sweet smell as well as the usual coffee smell. I'd say the only coffee I really like from McDonald's is the toffee latte. However, this is good. It's sweeter than the toffee latte, and the honeycomb pieces are going to be crunchy sediment at the bottom. I think overall I prefer the toffee latte. I don't like having to chew when I have my coffee, but it is nice and I can recommend it. At the beginning of this video, I said it was going to be on pumpkin spice flavoured things. Well, it is, but other things as well, because I quickly realised there's only 2 places near me now that do pumpkin spice flavoured coffee and treats. So, Costa and their flavour of the season, Maple Hazel. This is not brand new this year, it's returning from last year. Let's see if I like the Maple Hazel latte any more this year. I did get a Just Eat order because it was the only way I was going to be able to get this filmed. I have no free time at the moment. Yeah, not for me. You get an earthy, nutty taste, which is definitely the hazelnut bit. The maple is nice and sweet, comes through more as an aftertaste. It's a really good coffee. And I think if you like the maple hazel flavour, you'll really, really like this. But unfortunately, I don't. This is the maple hazel cookie. So I'm going to cut that in half. It feels quite soft, but also dry. The actual cookie bit, not freshly baked, I think is what I'm trying to say. So you can see the biscuit, which does indeed look quite soft, and the filling there. Nuts on the top, great. I prefer this to the coffee. I don't really taste the nut. You get the crunch from the nuts on the top, but that maple flavour really comes through in the filling. It's quite sweet. I don't hate it, but it isn't amazing. The biscuit is crunchy, not as dry as I'd feared. That filling really helps with that. If you're crazy about this particular flavour, you would actually love this. If you're not, it's maybe a bit on the pricey side. More maple hazel, this time the frap version. I'm just going to go for it. That's a unique taste. I like it better than the coffee. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's very, very sweet, but there is a hint of bitterness to it. I don't think I could identify this flavour if you gave it to me blind. It's really strange. This is nicer than the coffee in my opinion, but I think if you enjoy the flavour, the coffee is better than this. And I don't think either of them is worth the price. Sorry, Costa. The maple flavour is definitely stronger. There's maybe a hint of nuttiness, and a good stir definitely improves it. The fact I like it better probably suggests it's not the better of the two drinks for those who like the flavour. I will be able to finish this, so that means Eddie will not have to. Final item, a pecan loaf cake. Pecans, one of the few nuts I can stand. The other is Eddie. Ooh, it's got a filling. It's very moist, soft. Oh, it's got a lovely sticky toffee type scent to it. Delicious. The pecans give texture and crunch, a little flavour. Otherwise, it mostly tastes of sticky toffee, which I adore. I really rate this one. My favourite of all the Costa products. I think my favourite item of the entire taste test, probably the pumpkin spice donut from Greg's. The toffee muffin from there is a very close second. Well, this has been something a bit different to just new in from the supermarkets. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll come back for the next one, but until then, take care. Bye.